Hey y'all. Happy Wednesday. Woo. Rain some this morning. Supposed to rain some again this afternoon. I believe we're in for some rain. And just a reminder, we will not be having youth tonight or adult services. With Yale going on virtual for the remainder of this week due to the high number of the flu cases in the school system, we thought it would be best if we also decided not to have services. So we will not be having services tonight. I've tried to text, I've put it on Facebook, I've shared it on Facebook, I've tried, and excuse me, I have a piece of gum in my mouth and almost swallowed it. We've tried to just get everything out there that we could, and hopefully everybody will see it. So I made a mistake just now. I looked up how to say the name of this book, because the way I say it probably is to Oklahoma-ese. So I looked it up, and the way that they pronounced it was Habakkuk. Habakkuk. And I was like, okay. I always said Habakkuk. Habakkuk? I don't know. Anyways, that's where we're going to be at. Probably today, tomorrow, and Friday. Because I think a lot of us are like him. A lot of us can get in trouble. Because we, in the very first chapter, it's called Habakkuk's Complaints. Aren't we like that? We like to complain. Lord, it's raining today. I needed it to be sunshiny because I was going to do this, and this, and now it's raining today. Lord, I didn't get that promotion that I wanted. And I got looked over again, and I don't think it's right. And I mean, we complain. We complain a lot. And as I was praying and thinking about what to talk about, he just kept bringing me back here. So here we are. In chapter 1, verse 1, and I'll just start at verse 1. This is the message that the prophet Habakkuk received from the Lord in a vision. How long, O Lord, must I call for help, but you do not listen? That in itself can preach all day long. How long must I call? How long, O Lord, must I call for help, but you do not listen? How many times do we feel like he's not listening? How many times have we just been praying and praying and pouring our hearts out and pouring our hearts out and pouring our hearts out and pouring our hearts out, and we just feel like that they kind of riot, our prayers rise and get to the ceiling, and they just stick straight to the ceiling. A lot of times that's what we want to think. It's not true. When we are praying in faith, he hears every single prayer that we utter. I had cried out to the Lord and said, Lord, there's just been something that I've been struggling with, and unfortunately it's been going on for about 15 years, and I'm just over it, so to speak, and I've been praying about it. I've been praying about it for 15 years. And I was crying out to him, and I'm like, Lord, I don't get it. I've been praying about this. I've been praying about this. You're not even hearing me. You're not even hearing me. Then I lost my driver's license. He helped me find my driver's license, and then he hit me upside the head. Said, see, I am hearing you. I hear you in the small things. I hear you in the big things. But sometimes it may take me a little bit longer to handle a situation. I get it, Lord. I get it. And I needed that correction. I was thankful for it. And I was also thankful for the small, still whisper after praying and praying and praying to find my driver's license. How long, O Lord, must I call for help, but you do not listen? Violence, I cry, but you do not come to save. Must I forever see this sin and misery all around me? Wherever I look, I see destruction and violence. I'm surrounded by the people who love to argue and fight. The law has become paralyzed and useless, and there is no justice given in the courts. The wicked far outnumber the righteous, and justice is perverted with bribes and trickery. We could be, each one of us, praying that prayer right now. Each one of us. We could be crying that out. I'm surrounded by people who love to argue and fight. The law has become paralyzing and useless. A lot of places that's so true. A lot of places it's so true. And this is the Lord's reply. Verse 5. The Lord replied, "Look at the nations and be amazed. Watch and be astounded at what I will do." What I will do. I the Lord, will do this. What I will do. For I am doing something in your own day, something you wouldn't believe, even if someone told you about it. I am raising up the Babylonians to be a new power on the world scene. They are a cruel and violent nation who will march across the world and conquer it. They are notorious for their cruelty. They do as they like, and no one can stop them. Their horses are swifter than leopards. They are a fierce people, more fierce than wolves at dusk. The horsemen race forward from distant places like eagles that swoop down to pounce on their prey. On they come, all of them bent on violence. Their hordes advance like the wind from the desert, sweeping captives ahead of them like the sand. They scoff at kings and princes, and scorn at all their defenses. They simply pile ramps of earth against their walls and capture them. They sweep past like the wind and are gone, but they are deeply guilty, for their own strength is their God. Okay, so he answered him. Watch what I'm going to do. Watch me. So then what does Habakkuk? He comes back with another complaint. O Lord, my God, my Holy One, you who are eternal, is your plan in all of this to wipe us out? So that's kind of a question. Are you just going to wipe us out? We've been faithful, and you're going to wipe us out? Surely not, O Lord, our rock. You have decreed the rise of these Babylonians to punish and correct us for our terrible sins. You are perfectly just in this, but will you, who cannot allow sin in any form, stand idly by while they swallow us up? Should you be silent while the wicked destroy people who are more righteous than they? Are we but fish to be caught and killed? Are we but creeping things that have no leader to defend them from their enemies? Must we be strung up on their hooks and dragged out into their nets while they rejoice? Then they will worship their nets and burn incense in front of them. These nets are the gods who have made us rich, they will claim. Will you let them get away with this forever? Will they succeed forever in their heartless quest? We all complain. And that is exactly what Habakkuk is doing. He's just complaining. He's complaining about how unfair life is. He's complaining about how things are hard. He's complaining about everything. He is us. We are he. We complain. I don't like the president. I don't like this. He's not my president. Don't tell me that I have to agree with him. Don't tell me this. Don't tell me that. Well, 4 years ago, you were telling me I had to agree with it. I had to, we need to do the... We all complain. And we all need to be careful. But we all need to hear what he says. Watch and be astounded at what I will do. For I am doing something in your own day. So he's talking to us. He's doing something in our own day that we cannot fathom. We can't fathom it. We cannot. I'm doing something in your own day, something you wouldn't believe even if someone told you about it. We can't fathom it. And I'm going to stop at chapter 1. We'll go to chapter 2 tomorrow. But we, like Habakkuk, like to complain. But we also need to hear God's answers. Watch me. Won't he do it? Yes, he will. We need to trust and believe and obey and be strong in his power. In his power alone. I want to thank the ladies that came out for women's group this morning. After women's group, we went over to the food pantry. We got all of the expired food taken off the shelves, got everything else organized, all the food that we had that has come in, put back on the shelves. and we're missing some things. I made a list. We need mixed vegetables. We need carrots. We need diapers. We need jugs of water. My list is over on my desk. Just trying to go from memory. We need crackers because we have a lot of soups. So it would be good to have crackers to go with those. And if you know anybody that needs food, tell them not to be embarrassed. We all need help some days. There are some days that I have to go over there and get something because by the end of the month it's all gone. All my money's gone. We don't have to be embarrassed about that because we all need help sometimes. And that's what we're here for. We're here to help. We are here to help you feed your family. Like I said yesterday, I have a bunch of expired food. Being a nonprofit organization, we cannot technically give out expired food, but if you want it, you can have it. I can't make you take it, but if you would like it, you can have it. So we do have quite a bit of expired food again. So if you know of anybody, just have them call the church, 918-399-5956. I'm here every day. Usually get here between 10 and 10:30. And this morning I was here at 9:30. And I'm gone between, it just depends on what's going on, between 4 and 5. Normally on Wednesdays, I'm here all day until after youth. So if you know somebody, just have them call. We don't have a certain day you can come. We don't only do it on this day or that day. We just ask that you call and make sure that somebody can be here, and we'll help you get some food for your family. We are still looking for social media sponsors. Need some upgrades to our network. I talked to Doug about it Monday, and he said right now for the network switches, the splits, and the something else that we needed, it was going to be about $1,000. So between $1,000 and $2,000, he felt like he could get it all fixed, and that would help all of our lives be more congruent and more flowing, and maybe not cut off as much as they have been. But part of it is our internet, and I have a call into them. I haven't received that call back yet, but we are having some issues with our internet, and the tower's just across the street from us, so we really shouldn't be having any issues, but we have been. So that being said, we still are taking social media sponsors. If you'd like to just get in contact with Mike or I, and call the church, 918-399-5956, and we would love to have you as a sponsor. And again, just a reminder, we are not having youth tonight or adult services. Looking at the map that I looked at, I think it was yesterday, I looked at it from Payne County over to the Texas line. That whole area is number 1 in the country in number of flu cases. Yeah, it's a lot. We have a lot of kids sick. We have a lot of people out. So if you're sick, if you're running a fever especially, stay home. Stay home. Don't spread it. Just don't. And if you ran a fever all day one day up until the early morning, but then you woke up and you didn't have a fever, and you go out and you hug on people and share with, you just spread it. You just spread it. Don't do that. Stay home. Because nobody wants to be sick. I hope everybody has a great rest of your day. It has been raining. It's going to rain some more, I think, is what they said. And tomorrow is Thursday. Friday Eve, as a lot of people call it. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you back here tomorrow.